Okay, just now when the chanting down there was going on, does it affect you? Huh? Oh, good. But the chanting, you have the understanding, the faith, the vibration go in. They are very good chanting. Yeah. So at least this time better. Most of you can do the lying down. Right? Very good. You can do about 1 hour is good. And this will slowly settle down. Settle down. And later on, when you know how to relax, maintain awareness, then you can rest your body. Yeah. So initially, like some people, they will hear their own snoring, one sound. Yeah. Then after that, stop. Then later on, when you know how to relax deep, then you hear this sound. But like a lot of air come out. Just one. Then the whole body like relax. That one is to go deep. So all this can happen, but you must do it. When you do it, then it will give you the understanding. And later on, especially when you know how to stay at the heart, even before you detect your gateway, you realize hardly any thought inside there. Like what Alicia last time reported. For the whole period, 45 minutes or 1 hour, no thought. Then it's still inside there. And as you relax, you become more and more quiet because it goes deep into the nature. As it goes into that nature, means like you remember Krishnamurti say, the surface must be quiet before you can go into the deeper aspect of the subconscious and the unconscious. Because if your surface mind is not quiet, cannot go in. And when you go in, it is like a type of samadhi, but it's not the normal pure awareness at the aware level or conscious level. This one is go into the nature. So when it go in, it like the senses or like cannot be triggered over. It's aware. You want to know, you can know. You don't want to know, it's inside there. Inside there. Then when you have the understanding, at any one time cessation can happen. Yeah. Means your contemplative wisdom and your insight must be penetrative until, even if you have the penetrative insight, after that you must contemplate with light until you truly understand what is the meaning of rupang anicca, rupang anatta, sabbe sankhara anicca. Unless you understand all this very deeply, very clearly, and it covers all spectrum of Dhamma and phenomena, the mind cannot cease. The mind will only cease when it understands everything is like what the Buddha says, sabbe sankhara anicca. You attach, cling, give meaning, sabbe sankhara dukkha, suffering. Then after that, sabbe dhamma anatta, means no reality on. Everything is dependent, originating, condition, arise and cause of all. So think also like that. Don't think also like that. Then later you become very sensitive. Very sensitive. Then your mind, even every moment of consciousness that finds suffering, you can feel. Then every moment of perception is suffering. Every moment of arising of consciousness is suffering. Then when it comes to sankhara, it's worse still. It becomes like very sensitive. That by suffering, that movement itself is suffering, even very slow. The one thing to perceive is suffering. But the arising of mind is suffering actually. There is a movement where your mind has become so sensitive. Then that time, the nature will tell you. You want to suffer? You think lah. You have to become miserable. You will use your mundane mind. Well, when I came out to the private sector to work, it tested me. I tried to read the document. Cannot. That time the brain was like locked inside there. Every time I try to read, I try to accumulate and understand. It will give me problem. And inside there, the nature will tell you, you want to suffer, you go and read, you go and do all these things. But don't worry, that phase is only one of the phase. After that over, you go back to normal. So don't panic. Because during that time, I remember it lasts for a few months. So what I did was, I try not to read, but I go meeting, I must have some facts and data. So I decided to take out a book or a piece of paper. So I check contract date, extension of time, all the important data for the meeting on. Because sometimes you need, as consultant, you need to give reason why you give extension to contractor. There's an extension of time. There must be factual reason for you to give. Then the contract date, when the contract expire. After expire, it's supposed to be liquidated damages, LAD. Liquidated damages need to be calculated. Then you need to go to consultant meeting with client, discuss it. Then with the understanding, you have to brief them on the findings. So because of that, I need to have those data. So I realize I don't have to read so much. I know where they are. So I flick through the file, I look at what letter, then I write down. Then I don't have to remember. Then I go for meeting. But at the meeting, I don't need anything. I only need the data. Because I cannot remember. That time cannot hold. This brain has become non-grasping. It cannot hold on to things. But later on, the face over, the mundane mind collapse, then no more problem. I become normal again. But initially, I find it's quite an amazing task to use the supramundane mind to live life. Because it's like no mind inside there, completely no movement. Then after a while, I realized I become normal again. I can read, I can listen, I can do everything. That's why I know the third phase of seeing, 看山, use the sun, you become normal again. Then the brain also still non-grasping. It cannot hold it. That's why when I share, that moment I share, the memory is not there. Straight away gone. I can only recall when there is condition. When I ask you, why did I go to here? Then you tell me, then I will know why I go to that. But you ask me to recall, I cannot. Cannot. We have no point. It's like forcing yourself into all these things. So these are the things that will happen later. Because some of you, I think, starting to develop the ability to have this understanding of what awareness is. And you have it. That's why now you know how to relax, like Manyan say. When you relax, she also very surprised she can lie down for so long. The whole 45 minutes, 1 hour. No problem. Last time cannot. That's why when you know how to relax, maintain awareness, then just let the body go into that relaxation and move the activity of awareness to help you to actually become different. Then the awareness become more and more quiet, more and more quiet, more and more quiet. Well, as the gross thinking mind cease, then only you can touch the awareness nature. Remember? Once you touch the awareness nature, you still don't know what the thing is because very fast the thinking come out. Understand? It's like a very fine line. And most people cannot be in the awareness zone where they think a lot. Where you think a lot, you are with the thought. You are not with the awareness. But the moment you know how to relax, maintain awareness, you start to touch the pure awareness. That happening is very interesting. Initially, it has its own movement. Then later on, when you become skillful, you understand, then you go into it very fast. You settle into it. So you are all the time your true mind, silent mind, thought. Then that one can stabilize. Then how is stabilized initially? The movement, it varies on. Sometimes the sankhara take a while to slow down, especially when you are new. Then you are patient, you don't worry. Then the shift of consciousness will come. And the sudden shift will make you very quiet. Then suddenly you like middle of the night can experience the quietness and all. That mind inside there also say, because the sankhara, the thinking, the movement all slow down, until finally when that thinking mind sees the sankhara activity, especially the aggregates of mind, when it doesn't do all those things anymore, it doesn't perceive, it doesn't think, it doesn't feel, it's just the awareness, aware. Then you can experience a moment of complete stillness, like everything stops. That is how you develop the awareness-based meditation. Okay? Can understand? Now I can share this because I don't want you all to listen to the knowledge, then go and look for it. People who have done it, they know. So my nature rejoice, well, most of you all can do the lying down. Whereas earlier on in the retreat, I realized hardly anybody really do it. But these 2-3 sessions, different, very good. Whenever I walk in, I saw a lot meditating, silent. Then lie down, I didn't hear snoring. It's a good sign. Otherwise, like orchestra. But when you're tired, first today is normal. Don't worry, you're tired, you need to rest, you rest. Okay? Okay, any question? Anybody want to report their meditation or ask any question regarding the meditation? The only one I saw is Yun Chan doing walking. Where she cannot lie down. I seldom see you. Yeah, that is good. Because when you can follow the chanting means your mind is actually one with the chanting. Otherwise, the memory, it will come out with a funny thinking. We are meditating. Why are these people making so much noise in the chanting? Especially you don't understand the chanting. But this one luckily is Mahayana chanting. So the rhythm or you all are used to it, understand? Especially those who attend the morning chanting, or you are used to it. So it's singing very easily, synchronized very easy. That's why when I was young, I remember our house is this a tap house, but there are many areas with a zinc sheet on. You know zinc sheet is a Japan. When it rains, wow, very nice. Oh, I like it rain. Oh, that type of vibration are all different. Sometimes heavy, sometimes not so heavy. Then later on, I come to PJ. I realize I installed the awning. Wow, the sound very nice. So it's a matter of understanding. When you understand, it's not a noise. Well, people used to tell me, you can sleep with the awning like that so loud. Just like people ask me. I think quite a number of them. One of them is Paeon. You drink coffee can sleep after the class. Because people don't understand. When you understand, you want to sleep, you sleep. Understand? Like the mind. You want it to be silent, you will be silent. You want to use it to live life, you use it. You are most of the time aware, you can do it, where the mind is trained. Understand? When it's trained, it's heedful living. When it's untrained, it's heedless living. So all this, the cultivator will come to understand. Then as you understand, your wisdom stabilize. Then you know why living beings are like that, why they think a lot. That's why in the early day, I remember when Ajahn Chah told me, he said, human beings are very funny, they think a lot. And that time I understand what he said. Because I also went through that phase, because think a lot. So until my anapanasati came, then later on my own, I know how to go into the more refined awareness. Then the mindfulness came. Now, when the mindfulness came as a free mind, the sankhara hardly arise unless I need to use it to live life, to communicate, to interact on. Otherwise, it's most of the time quiet, still. Then specific phenomena awareness. But of course, when I'm doing something, do work or what, I have to read and all things. But that one will come back. The third phase of seeing, 看三又是三, then you become normal again. Then the time I realize, the mind, Subramanian mind, very fine, the movement very fine. Then when you have the understanding, then you can live like, you can perceive, you can think. But all these aggregate are pure aggregate, non-grasping one. No delusion, no defilement. It see, it understand. It hear, it understand. It smell, it understand. Tactile feel, it understand. No more like before. The mind keep on stirring, reacting, worrying here, worrying. No need. Because the wisdom allow you to have that mind. No matter what it is, it's not life and death one. Understand? Because whatever happens is a reality. Reality you scared of what? Confront it, resolve it. Well, the existential world has such thing as life, has such thing as law of karma. That's why do your duty. Understand? Apart from that, nothing else. Then when you have the understanding, you know everything is dependent, originating, condition. There is no permanent, unchanging entity in all phenomena. He know you, he know me. So where got problem actually? Problem only exists in the existential world, the condition world where duality arises. Understand not? Then when you have this understanding, the way you live life is different. That's why in the Heart Sutta, it says when you realize true emptiness, penetrative wisdom, the life becomes wonderful, meaningful. That's why the third phase of Dhamma, the Buddha put it in. After you cultivate, you realize, you awaken, you can live the third phase of Dhamma, which is noble living. Live the life of an awakened one or an enlightened being. So all this become possible. So if you understand all this, your faith become very different. Because this is life, understand? Otherwise you come for what? Come to suffer, play the game of suffering every time. Here kena bengor, there kena bengor. Afflicted every now and then myself don't come. But living being, because of ignorant Avijja, got no choice. Karma said, you have to come. If you want to choose to come, can become a bodhisattva. You can choose to come. Under what condition, what era, who your parent, you can choose. But you must have that type of understanding. The preliminary starting stage of the bodhisattva way, the bodhisattva don't have such ability yet. But as they progress, as they develop more understanding, more perfection, then they understand. Then they evolve this understanding, stabilize it, and they try it. They try it. When they try it, then in future when they arrive, when they connect, they realize, hey, all this is like my nature. All this already pre-planned, decided through aspiration, through vow, through pure wish, already set the condition. You remember the Buddha, Sakyamuni, when he became a Samasa Buddha? How did Dipankara predict so long before it happened now? He will be born in a Sakya family. He will have who and who as his chief disciple and all those things. The wife, the son, and all those things. And the father who is because Sakyamuni Buddha's perfection has become so extensive, and Dipankara Buddha is also a Samasa Buddha. He can see the conditioning. Then, based on his wisdom and extensive understanding, he will know this being will receive the prediction. So that's why they will give. And the prediction is very clear. It's based on what you want, the aspiration of Sakyamuni Buddha and all that. So when he became the Samasa Buddha, he really arose in the Sakya family and all those things. This is what I mean by you can choose to come. You can choose under what circumstances, condition, and era. So all these are possible only for great beings, very advanced cultivator of the way. The sainthood way cannot. The sainthood way has some form of understanding of basic Dhamma. Even the Arahant, no more ignorant. Yes, no more rebirth. But they didn't go through that training. That's why their understanding is limited. Some of them, the mundane mind didn't collapse. They still have outflow of thought. Understand? So outflow of thought means what? It's still birth and death of the thought. Understand? The thoughts still arise and pass away. That's why sometimes in the Maya Sutta they say, you still got outflow. Outflow doesn't mean defilement. Outflow is outflow of thought. Means your rebirth, what they call segmented life rebirth, no more. Understand? You know why segmented life is the form and mind that come, understand? Through karma. Where you no more avijja, there is no rebirth consciousness. That's why that segmented life, no more. That's why the Buddha say, after we read, we better read. It's in Appendix 7. Okay, Appendix 7, Dhammapada verse 153, 154. I remember after he became enlightened, he spoke all this. He said, seeking but not finding the house builder. I traveled through many rounds of countless births. You understand what this is or not? Understand what this is or not? This is samsara, isn't it? Where you want to find who created you, the builder of this house. This physical body is like a house. The late Chief Reverend K.C. Dhammapada also said, this is a house. But this is a very, very filthy house. Skin bag with all the what they call feces, everything, urine, all the discharge from the orifice. So all these things, then Xuan Hua also said, skin bag of, they use the word, Chou Pinang, correct? Chou Pinang. You know what is a Pinang? Skin bag, skin bag. Pinang, skin bag. A bag, covered by skin. Yeah lah. With the space inside, Chou Pinang means inside very, very, very foul. It's like lovesomeness. The Buddha asks you to contemplate the 9 stages of 7 3D. This body without consciousness, it will go the way of nature. Then even when it is alive, inside a lot of dirty thing one. So not what you think one. When you look externally, young that time, youthful that time, handsome, beautiful, attractive, like the flower. Once it decay, it wither, you go and collect the altar flower after it decay, you will understand. When it is fresh, hue and new, beautiful with the fragrance, wow, you rejoice, you make offering to the Buddha, everything. Then who go and dispose it of? The caretaker. But the Dhamma practitioner never look. That's why in the younger day, I purposely go and look at the decay one. Then I realize, ayo, this one really delusional. You get attracted over what? It go the way of nature. Sooner or later, it will be like that. Then our body also like that. Devoid your conscience, it will decay. And that's why the Buddha asks you to contemplate and reflect. Mindful of the 9 stages of 7-3 decomposition. Lovesomeness of the body. So all these are in the teaching. So the Buddha here says seeking, but not finding. Cannot find. The house builder. This physical body and mind. I travel through many rounds of countless births. That is samsara, understand not? Oh, painful is birth, ever again and again. You understand? No? Those who realize they know, no, without the Dhamma, very, very painful, miserable. You kena kau. Then he said, house builder, you have now been seen. And then you shall not build the house again. Means no more coming back. No more rebirth consciousness creating future segmental life. Feel that life when he realized Arahant shape. Arahant, no Avijja. It's not wrong now. Because now it give me a condition to explain. The normal Buddhists, especially the Theravada who not all, most of the Theravada, without the Mahayana understanding of the Bodhisattva way, you know what they argue? They say the Buddha said last birth, no more. Then you know what? Some other religion, they heard about it. They said, why you go and become Buddhist? Your Buddha no more. Who will help you? Our religion, the Almighty is still there. You can pray to Him. You can trust Him, believe Him. Then when you die, the kingdom of God up there, kingdom of God is there, correct? Wait for you. Then some other religions say, up there, you die because of certain causes. Virgin waiting for you, understand? I mean, these are what people believe, understand? Then when you don't understand, you just quote now. Then they, at one time I realized they almost went into argument now. Because the one that understand my teaching, I try to explain to them, no, the Buddha is still around. But that guy doesn't know how to say the Buddha's nature is still around, understand? No. He said, when you take the Bodhisattva way, you live very long one. He said. Then he said, there will be a response one, he said, when you like pay respect and all that. But the merit is limitless and all. So did you pay respect to the statue? No. The Buddha say the 4 object of veneration, you remember? Vandami chetiyang sabbam, sabbatani su patititang, saririke datu maha bohin, buddha rupang sakalang sada. These are the 4 objects of veneration. You venerate means you develop what they call respect, understand? Not to the statue, because the Buddha Rupang is to let you recall to mind the great qualities of the Sammasambuddha, understand? And because of that, you have faith, you have joy, then you pay your respect. That's why you venerate your understanding. Like the relics. It's because The relics symbolizes the enlightened beings' vibration, that's all. They are kept in the relics. That's why a lot of stupa they build, way place, they have relics. Then you have what they call the Bodhi tree. Why you venerate the Bodhi tree? It's because the gratitude, tree of enlightenment, the Buddha said down there. So all these are the understanding. So that chanting is very good. All the Chaitya, also you pay your respect. Why? Because inside there got relics. So all this understanding you must develop. Then do not be foolish. Hey, the Buddha say no. Build no more household, no more coming. Correct. Well, at that time, they were teaching the disciple the sainthood way. Arahant, no more rebirth, segmented birth and death. That's why you shall build no more house. This is true. But the nature always there, like the Sambhagaya Kaya, the spiritual nature. It's not in the physical world, understand? It's stored in the, they call spiritual nature. We have the karmic nature, we have the spiritual nature, you understand? So that one cannot disappear, understand? We are they perfected it. Like myself, I have my nature. But of course, not to that perfection. But because the cultivation, whatever I already cultivated in the spiritual nature, when I come again as a living being or human being, I need to connect. Then only I can inherit. Because this spiritual nature is not like your karmic nature. Karmic nature, straight away, you are born of your karma, add to your karma, conditions supported by you are what you are because of your karma. So that one is immediate, understand? That's why that one, you don't take care of karma, I tell you, immediately you karma, you subject to all this. So you cannot blame anybody. Like the Buddha said, whatever happened or arise, there are causes and conditions behind. What are the main causes and conditions? I mean, apart from all those inanimate things, for human being, whatever happened to you, living being, the causes and conditions must be what? We are all born our karma. That's why it's related to karma. That's why you must have the right view in regards to karma. Then you will know the moral causation, the cause. How you become what you are is like the Buddha said, you reap what you sow. The nature's law. You plant the seeds of evil, you reap the fruit of evil. You plant the seed of wholesome, you reap the fruit of wholesomeness. You are what you are. Then nothing protect except virtue. That's why you must avoid all evil to good, cultivate wholesomeness, develop virtue. Then purify your mind to develop wisdom so that the reality of life and existence when you go through within the existential world, although not so real, you will not be deluded. You will not be afflicted. Means you won't grasp and cling at the fire aggregate of form and mind. Deluded as the me and the I, thinking that it's real. Everything that arises and happens, you think is real. Feeling, you think, yeah, I feel what you say. Why you say not me? I can eat or I can enjoy. I can do a lot of things. Why you say not me? Then they say, I want to walk, I walk. Then how you answer them? You keep on saying, hey, the Buddha say, anatta, non-self, not you. You mean you can convince people? You can't. So the best way is I came out with a contemplative wisdom long ago, around 1989. I said, our form and mind is like a vehicle and a driver, understand? The driver is inside the car. So when the car is in functioning order, means every part is working, no damage, nothing. Then the driver know how to drive. Then the car and the driver, the two, the form and mind, will move. Understand? So our physical body is like the car. You want to go anywhere, it takes us there. Understand? But who is the driver? Your mind, isn't it? Your consciousness is the driver. In the car and the driver analogy, you can see clearly the two are different. Correct? The two are different. So like in our society, we know if the car meet out with an accident, due to what? The driver careless, understand? Or sometimes other driver careless whack you. Yeah. So whack you means what? The car get damaged. But the driver is the driver, no. The driver is not hurt, no. Unless the injury very severe. But now got airbag, everything, I think. Very likely not so severe. But more important thing is, you can see, the damage is the car, no. But when it's trapped inside this physical, you don't know, no, injury or disease or damage. Wow, you think it's you, no, understand? It's like the driver, no. When the car get damaged, he think he is the car, no. He also simtia, no. But in societies, simtia is what? Unhappy and worry is because he has to pay for the damage, pay for the repair. But he don't have physical injury and all that, but the car. So likewise, when we understand the body, you see clearly is the car, you worry about it for what? What you need to do is what? Resolve it, understand? You got insurance, claim insurance, you buy insurance for what? Huh? So you do what you have to do, then you recover. But the car and the driver analogy is very good. No? Let's say you have a chauffeur, understand? A chauffeur. The chauffeur drive your car. Who is the big boss? The owner. Normally he sit where? He sit at the back, on one side, left side, the lowest wrist one. Yeah. Sometimes the boss is not there on another. You know what is that boss? That boss is like your nature, no? Understand? So you know the driver is the driver, the car is the car. The two come together because of causes and conditions. Then this automobile with the driver can function, understand? Like you want to accelerate, it accelerates. Like it listen to you. I want to drive fast, it drive fast. I want to stop, it stop. I want to brake, I want to manual. Whatever that is allowed, the driver can manual that car. So similarly, it's all condition arising. When all these conditions are not there, let's say the car, certain thing happen, cannot start the engine. You put Formula One driver in there also no use. Understand? It's not going to move. So as a human being, you say, I want to walk, I walk. Okay. You look at a guy that is paralyzed from the waist down. You ask him to walk. You understand? He cannot walk already because the condition for walking is no more. You loses that control. The spinal cord, certain spinal cord that function, the respondent gone already. Understand? So it's just like the car, spark plug got problem, or carburetor got problem, or starter got problem. Then cannot start already, understand? Then they will understand. This one is not you. Understand? Why? You want to get sick, you go ask permission for you. He never is. You want to get old, be diseased, did he ask permission for you? No, everything is very natural. Understand? So you can see clearly that all these are dependent originating conditions. When the condition, causes and conditions are all in line, then it performs the function like you exist. Understand? Like you have control, like the driver that control the car. Understand? I want to accelerate, I accelerate. I want to stop, I stop. Then I saw that. I said, how come living being cannot see? When the condition is trapped inside, you cannot see. Then later on, I realized there's a nature which is a big boss behind her. So who is the big boss? The owner, So if let's say your car get damaged, what happened? Or too old already, beyond economical repair. Understand? Or not economical to drive. What you do? You either sell it off or write it off. But if the owner got money, He buy a new car, a better car. So the energy is the same. If you got money means what? Spiritual wealth. If you got spiritual wealth, you will know how to use your spiritual wealth to have a better body, better DNA. Because you take care of karma. Understand? You have the wisdom. So when this one come, it's like you have a Mercedes or BMW. Yeah? But those who don't take care of karma one, no spiritual wealth, like no money one, what they do? Huh? They buy a Volkswagen. What is Volkswagen? You walk lah. Understand? Walking lah. So when you walk, you don't have a car. Understand? That's why you cannot travel. A lot of things you cannot do. Then when you walk, a lot of problem. Rain also problem. Not careful, pedestrian also kena problem. So spiritual wealth is similar. You have the spiritual wealth, it's like the owner got money, got the means, then he can use this money and means for the comfort of himself and the family and the kinsmen, and also to help others. Understand? The four type of happiness. Happiness of ownership. Understand that you have actually accumulated or own all this wealth through your own diligence and proper means. Means no cunningness, no negativity. Then you develop one type of happiness, especially when I first came out to work, my first month's salary, I'm very happy. Where I earn it myself. Then later I become successful, financial freedom. I had this joy. Then the second type of happiness is what? The Buddha said, when you can make use of what you have, your wealth and all that, for the comfort and good of your family and your kinsmen, and to help others, there is another type of joy, understand? And happiness. You can also use it to make offering, generosity, help people, all this. Then the third one, the Buddha said, to pay off your debt, understand? You live the life of a person who can be free of that. When you are free of that, the happiness is really there, especially those who have a lot of loan to repay or tie loan, borrow money. You know the big difference. Then lastly is when you cultivate the Dhamma, you understand the Dhamma, you know how to live life, even though not enlightened yet. You can have the fourth type of happiness. What is it? You live the blameless life because you are so honorable. You are so sincere, not cunning. That's why people will not blame you because you have that honor in you. And the other thing is like what I say, if money can solve, then it's not a problem as well. So when you have the means and the understanding, let's say accident, like I told you last time, Suyan, I didn't ask him to pay. I know his effort, but what for? Well, I can afford. So I resolve it and I just tell him next time be careful. Yeah, I have to tell you, you turn out from a junction down there, and my daughter is on the straight road, and you bang him. That he like I can see the fear in him because I think that car he has to pay for the repair or whatever. But his one is a very solid one, I think, 4-wheel drive, so not much damage. So whatever it is, you can have the means resolve it. Understand? So small thing, resolve it. Yeah. Through all this understanding, you can have that 4 type of happiness. Okay, so now after you understand all this, do not be gullible. Don't go and create that type of wrong view. Say the Buddha no more already. Then when people confront the Buddhist, say, "Hey, you believe your Buddha for what? He is no longer here, gone already. You pray to who?" And all that. That's why they come out with the term idol worshipper. You understand? You worship the statue. Understand? But Buddhists don't worship. Those who have Almighty One, they worship. The Buddhists, no. The Buddhists venerate. You know why they venerate? Pay respect, gratitude, respect. So when you know who the Buddha is, his perfection, his virtue, and how wonderful his teaching is, you will definitely have gratitude and respect for him. So when you go and pay respect, you don't worship him, understand? That's why you don't go and like the people who don't understand. They call what? They like bargain with the deity and the Buddha. No? I offer you, you protect me, you help me, you make sure my son pass exam, my family business okay, everything do well. So it's like you pray to the Almighty or pray to Buddha. You think Buddha can deliver? Because there is a nature's law. He wants you to understand the teaching. This is a nature's law. He can only teach you the teaching, show you the way. You have to walk the path yourself. You have to awaken yourself to have that type of life. So there is a difference. Understand? You don't worship and pray. You develop the respect, the understanding, then you study his teaching, cultivate, develop the understanding to free, to have the good life. So which one is better? Very obvious, isn't it? The Buddhist teaching, which is very, very scientific and very clear, no God involved, is the best. Understand? So I read on a bit more.
Every time I look at this, it's like the discussion about Buddha saying this is the last birth and all this whatnot. No more rebirth for him. I don't really understand why this discussion comes out. Because when I look at all this, it's actually under page 11, the Paeon of Joy. There. Actually, to me, my level of understanding is the whole discussion is on the Paticca Samuppada, Avijja sequence. The whole accumulation when you realize it, you are free, liberated, and all those. The whole samsaric cycle of Avijja, right, ceases.
Correct. Yeah.
Right, so there's no becoming.
Correct.
We are not talking about end of that birth or death to get reborn.
Correct. That is the sainthood way, understand?
Yeah. So it's more referring to that
No.
situation and getting liberated.
Correct. This one is the immediate sainthood way. That's why he said, I teach you the handful only, which is enough for all these things. So what happened in society, the Mahayana say, God Bodhisattva way, the Buddha can still come back.
Yes. I understand that.
No, that one, the Theravada cannot understand.
Yeah.
They say Buddha died already, Sakyamuni. He can never come back.
Yeah.
But they don't understand the Bodhisattva way. And they don't understand how the Buddha can come back. Because the spiritual nature is still there. The karmic nature is still there. He can still come back with a pure mind. Understand? Because his understanding is all there. But he is no longer a Sama Sambuddha. Understand? When he comes. Because that one happened once only. Based on the prediction. It's a one-time thing. People cannot understand. That's why they have this conversation, they almost argue.
That's in a way I'm trying to get to that in the sense that they are projecting their understanding based on
what is written. What is written? What is written?
And therefore conclude that there's his last birth. I don't think it's implying.
Correct. It's just like last time I told you, J. Krishnamurti said, wherever there is a meditator, there is no meditation. Understand? Then wherever there is effort, there is no meditation. You know what the Buddhists who don't understand say or not? Contradict lah. Buddha say right effort, no. Logical or not? Logical, yeah. He said Buddha teach right effort, no. He said wherever there is effort, there is no meditation. So you follow Noble Eightfold Path, no meditation. They can't understand, understand, because the right effort is at the thought level, understand. Right effort to abandon the unwholesome thought that has arisen is at the thought level. Right effort to prevent it from. But when it comes to bhavana, it's all sati, understand not? Mindfulness. So there is no contradiction. Then when the meditator is the thought, it's obviously you don't meditate, understand not? They don't understand all this now. Then they say, the Buddha say before his parinirvana, strive on with heedfulness. Means ask you to strive on. No. That one is a form of mind, understand? No? That advice is for the form of mind to strive on with heedfulness to realize that you are not what you think you are, understand? No? Then to realize that sati is awareness before the knowing. When you are aware, there is no thought. So all these are important. Yeah, Brother, you continue. Sorry.
Anyway, I find that the sequence of in the chanting book, and then the Paeon Of Joy. It's right after that.
Yeah, right after that. Yeah. Because after you clear the Paticcasamuppada,
joy,
because it's like at that time, he was speaking to the disciple who are mainly going the sainthood way, understand? That's why he wants you to have this understanding. You realize this enlightenment, which is Nibbana, then you will have this Paeon of Joy. You know, birth is no more. Whatever that need to be done has already been done, understand? So it's like they say, Sekka and Asika. Those under training and those no more under training. No more under training means you don't have to train anymore because you realize Arahantship, no more rebirth, finish. Like Bharatin say, the Paticcasamuppada realized, understood. So it cannot continue to delude you and bring you back. Understand? That is for the segmented life, rebirth. Which is correct. Rebirth under Avijja, no more. Understand? But the Bodhisattva's rebirth is not under Avijja. It is the first vow. I vow to liberate the limitless living being throughout the entire existence. So that one is out of love and compassion he comes. So this is the pure mind, the pure thought that condition rebirth. But for rebirth to happen, you need the karmic nature, which they still have, understand? So the pure thought is only one of them, no. You need another condition, no. You purposely take the bodhisattva vow to come back now. So because you vow, understand? So you got a reason to come back, understand? So with the pure mind and the nature's condition where you have that vow, and that vow is very intense, where you vow with understanding, with faith, you plant the seed of bodhiti. And then the nature's law, existential law, actually allow this to come. There is birth, but not through ignorance. You understand? That's why bodhisattva can come. Because that one is a pure thought. Love and compassion, it comes. And the condition for it to come is the vow. Understand? Without the vow, we cannot come. That's why the fourth basic vow of a bodhisattva is compulsory. Compulsory. Without that, you cannot come. Okay? Thank you for the sharing. Jayanta, yes. Mahaparinibbana is when that form and mind, which is Sakyamuni, or you call it the Nimanakaya, understand? The functional body that perform the function of the Buddha. That one realizes Nibbana and cease. That is Mahaparinibbana. Means the Sammasambuddha's Parinibbana. Understand? That's why they call it the Nipan Jing or Mahaparinibbana Sutta. Understand? So inside that sutta, there are a lot of things that is described there. But different tradition register is different. Mahayana register is different because they have their own version of Nipan Jing. But I didn't see that one in Theravada. The still that got Mahaparinibbana Sutta? Oh God, which page? Which page in the Chandimukha? Oh, not in the Chandimukha. No, I haven't seen that. Maybe one day you let me know.
Right, I think that Theravada, sorry to say, the Orthodox steals that because Buddha did hinted 3 times to Ananda.
Yeah.
Whether he wants Buddha to stay back.
Correct.
So I think that will give people a perception that stay back or
No, he said prolong his that functional body so that it will not go through the Mahaparinibbana.
Is that
90 days later?
Right, that's what Brother Teo mean by the Bodhisattva path that I can.
Oh no, that one is the functional body. Ananda, like very sad because the Buddha is going to enter Parinibbana. Means teacher no more. Understand? So he started sobbing, crying. Then by that time he consulted Anuruddha. Of course, they advise him, go and talk to the Buddha, appeal to him. Maybe 3 times he will agree. Then you know what the Buddha said? He has the power, he has the ability to extend. But what for? You know what he told Ananda? This physical body of ours, of mine, is like a worn out blockade now. Worn out already, like the Lao Ya Chia, anytime going to break down already. Why do you seal? Want it to extend? Then, like I said, he already shared his understanding for 45 years now. Not enough. I tell you, even if he come and share for 5 years, it's already fantastic. 45 years, you are still, hey, don't go. Please stay back. No such thing. Then the other thing is, in the Mahayana is recorded, I don't know, Theravada is recorded. It seemed there was a Mara that every time come and like disturb you. He said, now with you around, your teaching, all these people will be okay. But the moment you are gone, the Mara say, I become the one in charge. Because I will, the Maya Sutta got mentioned again, I will wear your robe. Means become like Sangha, penetrate Sangha, and cause it to fall, understand? Then certain Sutta, they go and distort it and all things. Because the Mara, in that time, because they are Mara, understand? Their job is what? To create confusion in the cultivator. So all these are nature's condition. Then you know what happened? The Buddha, when he knew the body about time to go, then he told the Mara, okay, enough. I have decided. Decided means what? 90 days from now, I will parinibbana. Then after that, he told Ananda. Then Ananda request, because he told Ananda, no point. It's like a worn-out blockade. Understand? Then too late already. If you want to request that, you should have requested it long ago. You know why the body become like worn-out blockade? Ananda, a lot of his disciples, 120 years old, no, they live. It is recorded, isn't it? Even she also 120. But why did the Buddha 80 years old? Yeah lah, you not bad lah, but you go serious. He not enough rest, understand? Out of love and compassion, he received the human being, he do the Pindapat, that every time before he sleep, very late night, the disciple come, the Deva come, and many beings come. Then when he rested, I think only 1 or 2 hours. Then when he arrived, he checked the world, you remember? Who can be enlightened, who need help or what, then he will go, understand? Pindapat or whatever. Well, he can understand all this. That's why because of that, he not enough rest. So he told Ananda, the time is no more, over. If you have requested when he was younger, then he will not go and do all this. Like you ask me, one day sleep 2 hours, you think this form and mind can last how long? Cannot. Even the retreat, I conduct 9 days. You know, a lot of even monks are much younger than me. They need rest 3 days before they recover. Yeah. But I go back, I become normal again. Why? Because I don't stress until like that. I don't like out of love and compassion, I do all this. No, for me, got condition, I do. No condition, I do. But if you are Sama Sambuddha, you know this form of mind is not what you think. He will do one. While he was a bodhisattva, you remember, the tigress with the cup, the tigress was injured. He jumped down and offered himself. How many people can do that? He is really compassionate or not. Then to him, the form of mind is nothing. He just go. Then he give away his wife, he give away. Because that is the perfection, the parami. Different people, different. He go wisdom way here, done. But you can actually adopt your own way. Like Nimara, that Bodhisattva, what? Nimanakiti. Vimalakiti. He like to come as a lay person. He said, why? Because better what? Don't have all the monks preset everything. He can go to prostitute then and help people. Understand? He can go to all the places where the holy people under precept are not supposed to go. Okay, I continue, otherwise we won't finish. He said, you shall not build the house again. Your rafter has been broken down. Your ridgepole has been shattered or is demolished too. My mind has now attained the unformed, means unconditioned nirvana, and reached the end of every kind of craving. We are no more craving, means what? No more rebirth through craving. We are ignorant. So all this, when you understand, it becomes beautiful. So the detailed explanation is, the Bodhisattva then had cultivated through countless lifetimes in search for the house builder. Repeated birth leads to endless suffering or dukkha. Then the final aggregate of form and mind is the house. Craving, that condition, becoming and birth, which propel beings to tumble through samsara mindlessly and heedlessly. That's why when you're mindless and heedless, this is the outcome. So this is what birth is all about. When you don't have the Dhamma understanding, you will get into trouble. Then later on he said, you have now been seen, the house builder, means craving. We are what? Direct seeing of its condition arising nature, dependent originating condition arising. Then craving will not condition future rebirth, since it was completely abandoned. You shall build no house. Means Avijja cannot. Then the rafter is like all the defilement, kilesa. We are perfection of virtue, purification of mind, to arise the appropriate right thought, right speech, and right action. Then ignorance is the ridgepole. That one has been dismantled. This is the first Avijja Paccaya Sankhara perfecter. The Paticca Samuppada, the first dependent origination entity. Okay. Then we are perfection of wisdom, completely rooting out ignorance. Then Nibbana realize, ending of all craving and ignorance. Then the essential Dhamma involved to develop all this is the Four Noble Truths, the 5 aggregates of form and mind, grasping aggregate, Paticca Samuppada, 3 evil root, law of karma, 5 spiritual faculty, and 5 mental hindrance. That's why these are the essential Dhamma I every time go through with you all. Then you make aspiration to root out ignorance and defilement. Then These are included in our personal puja and aspiration. That's why the imina punyang kamina, that is the one. To invoke power of merits for causes and conditions, for you to root out Avijja, so that Nibbana can be realized as soon as possible. Avoid the foolish without the wise. Also, puja and aspiration is the same, connected. To strive on with heedfulness to attain the path and fruition as soon as possible. To diligently cultivate sila, samadhi, and panya, leading to ultimate liberation, the born-free Nibbana. So the ridgepole is the top main support for the roof truss, and the rafter are the barrels, beams, sub-main support, spanning from the ridgepole to the base plate of the roof truss, needed to support the batten, which are needed to hold on to the roof tiles and all those things. Okay, so now we finish Appendix 7. So Appendix 8 is Avijja Sutta. Oh, I only have 15 minutes. 11:30 is supposed to break. Okay, we go through Avijja Sutta quickly. This Avijja Sutta explains clearly the importance of having true noble friends or Kalyanamittas to realize enlightenment. According to the Buddha, noble friends or having noble friends or Kalyanamittas is one of the prerequisites to become an Arya or an enlightened being. It also talks about the factors that will influence ignorance. To be free from ignorance is one of the main tasks in cultivation. Having Dhamma, spiritual or noble friends, which we call Kalyanamittas, is a prerequisite for this task. Thank you. Hence, the importance of Kalyanamittasship. There are two sequences discussed in the Sutta. Each of the factors in both sequences has its own nutriment. The first sequence is the ignorance sequence. So this one is very important. The nutriment for ignorant Avijja is the 5 mental hindrances. So now you understand why the 5 mental hindrances create havoc. And the nutriment for these 5 mental hindrances is the 3 ways of bad conduct. Means you don't have right conduct via body, speech, and thought. And the nutriment for the lack of these 3 ways of right conduct is unrestrained in the sense faculty. Means you don't have mindfulness, you don't have the Dhamma understanding, you cannot do anything to what happened. Means your senses are unrestrained. Then the nutriment for this is the lack of mindfulness and clear comprehension. Sati sampajana means you don't have sati sampajana, it becomes asati and sampajana. And the nutriment for the lack of this is you don't have yoniso manasikara. And the nutriment for the lack of yoniso manasikara, which is called our ayoniso manasikara, is the lack of faith in the Buddha, asada, the Dhamma and the Sangha. And the nutriment for this is you do not listen to the true Dhamma. And the nutriment for this is because you did not associate with good Dhamma friends or spiritual friends. Note, not associating with good Dhamma friend or spiritual friend or Kalyanamittas is the starting nutriment to the wrong path that finally end up with ignorance, leading to heedlessness. So wake up to this sequence. Then the enlightenment sequence is very simple. The enlightenment sequence is the opposite, understand? The second sequence is the enlightenment sequence. Yeah? So there are 10 steps in the Avijja Sutta for enlightenment to happen. So we go to number 10 first. Yeah? The first condition for enlightenment sequence is association with good Dhamma friends or spiritual friends, which the Buddha called Kalyanamittas. Then when you have Kalyanamittas, the Buddha say, you can have opportunity to listen to the true Dhamma. Now you understand. Yeah? Then when you have condition to listen to the true Dhamma, you gain confidence, faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Then when you have the faith, you will cultivate. When you cultivate, you will develop yoniso manasikara, wise consideration. So yoniso manasikara is the initial wisdom through second turning contemplation and first turning listening. Then after that, you will move on to have mindfulness and clear comprehension. Because when you have yoniso manasikara, even the initial wisdom, you know what happened now. Your mind will not be so deluded. Then you doesn't stir that often. Because there is initial wisdom to let you understand. No need to stir, no need to react. Then you become more and more restrained in your senses. That's why there is space between thought. So when space between thoughts start to surface, your sati stabilize. That's why after that you can develop what they call sati sampajana, mindfulness and clear comprehension, or sati sampajana. Then when you have sati sampajana, your mind become very mindful, very aware. Then there is clear comprehension, you won't go wrong. Then because you have that mindfulness, your sense restraint automatic. Understand? Initial wisdom lead to sati sampajana, then sati sampajana lead to sense restraint. So when you have sense restraint means you cannot break your precept already, the 5 precepts. That's why sotapan minimum, they cannot break 5 precepts. Of course, the 3 factors also gone. Sakaya Ditti, right and richer, and doubt, means faith in the triple gem. So once these 3 things is developed, first 3 factors severe, you become a sotapan, and number 5, you become at least a sotapan. Then once you have this sense restraint, you can use the Noble Eightfold Path, right effort, to cultivate the 3 ways of good conduct or right conduct: body, mind, and speech. Then, with that, you are maybe a Sakadagami. That's why under the next one, which is the 8th step, number 3, is the 4 foundation of mindfulness. You will cultivate that. You cultivate 4 foundation of mindfulness, satipatthana, is because this one will bring about awakening to become at least an anagami, if there is still a little bit of ignorance and delusion. Otherwise, you will become an arahant. That's why before that 3 way of good conduct, which is actually, you go from reverse, number 10 is 1, 2, 3, 4. That one is step 7. After step 7, only you develop step 8, the 4 foundation of mindfulness. Understand? So at step 7, actually the 5 and 6 and 7, this is what the sainthood way is all about. So under the 4 foundation of mindfulness, you will see this sentence that the Buddha always said: after overcoming covetousness and grief, then only you can cultivate the 4 foundation of mindfulness. So who can overcome covetousness and grief? Only the sotapan and the sakadagami. That's why after that, the 4 foundation of mindfulness, you will realize at least anagami, if not arahantship. Then when you cultivate the 4 foundation of mindfulness, step 9 will arise. The 7th factor of enlightenment will arise. Keep on arising. Then you know you're on the right path. See? Then after that, you will realize enlightenment means true knowledge, vijja, leading to enlightenment in the here and now. So this 10th step of the Avijja Sutta is very, very important. These are the steps you can check whether you are on the right path or not. That's why a lot of people don't understand. They become gullible. They straight away go into the 4 foundation of mindfulness. Because the Buddha said, Ekayano bhikkhave bhikkhu, this is the only way for the purification of mankind or humanity, for the overcoming of sorrow and lamentation, leading to the right path, the realization of Nibbana. So all these are very beautiful teachings. But you look at the note, again you can see associating with good Dhamma or spiritual friend or Kalyanamittas is a prerequisite needed to arrive at the path that ends in true knowledge or Avijja, which is enlightenment. This is the reason why the Buddha clearly instructed us via saying to Venerable Ananda. He said, having Dhamma friends or spiritual friend or noble friends is 100% of the holy life, he told Ananda. Because at first Ananda said, wow, must be 50%. He said, no, 100%. Hence developing and promoting true Kalyanamittas among all Buddhists within the Buddhist community is most important. So now you understand why when I come out, I started this concept of sharing. Kalyanamittas. We are Kalyanamittas and as a Dhamma friends. We walk the path of Dhamma. We motivate, counsel, and support, encourage each other to walk the path of Dhamma. So Dhamma friends got two types. One are ordinary Dhamma friends who walk the path of Dhamma to cultivate, but they haven't have the Dhamma. They may in various stages of progress. Some may have initial wisdom, some may have initial understanding, some may have very near enlightenment. All the various stages. There is one class of Kalyanamittas, means they are not Arya yet. But once you develop wisdom, insight, awaken, and you are the Arya and beyond, then we call you the second category of Kalyanamittas, Dhamma friends. Means Dhamma friends that has the Dhamma understanding. You understand? The Buddha mentioned the noble Kalyanamittas. They are very, very beautiful. You can have them as your Dhamma friend. You achieve the prerequisite for enlightenment. And so, because they have the teaching. They are the noble disciples of the Buddha. So all this understanding is the reason why when I started, I really knew Kalyanamittas is very important. Because even as a Bodhisattva, I realized without all these great beings, nature, and all the guide, teacher, or thing, you can't go this way. But this way is very, very complicated. Understand? That's why you must have Dhamma friend. It's just like no man is an island by itself. Understand? You alone, you cannot progress far on. But when you have true Dhamma friends who have walked this path and have the Dhamma, he can guide you easily. He can advise you easily. Otherwise, I tell you, you don't know where you travel also. Get lost until Holland also don't know, cannot come back. So this is sadhu. Yeah, that's why you all should have joy. So not only me, so many Dhamma friends walking the path of Dhamma. That's why I say in future, these are the affinity that you build without you knowing. So in future, we never know. A lot of the Kalyanamittas or Dhamma friends has progressed until your nature may be better than mine. Who knows? Understand now? All these are possible. But how did it start? Without you knowing. You have affinity, you come to the club. That's why I say, if you don't call me to come out, all this, you know. That's why I always hinted to her parami very the spiritual well a lot, but he don't know how to invoke power of merits, aspiration. You must ask for forgiveness for whatever you have done in the past from all the beings and the triple gem. Then after that you say, by the power of whatever merits you have, may arise a causes and condition for me to develop the understanding to change. Because you ask for forgiveness already, the old way, change. Have a clear mind to understand the true Dhamma so that you can progress along the path of Dhamma effortlessly. Now, the word effortlessly very important. Without effort, when you got effort, you cannot progress. But strive on with heedfulness is not effort. Understand? Means he says strive on with heedfulness. What is the Buddha telling you? Develop the heedfulness first. Understand? Then only walk the path. You understand? Not while you don't have heedfulness, you strive. Okay. Strive on with what? With heedfulness. Means develop heedfulness first. Then with the virya, go. Understand? So that striving is not an effort. I say Buddha say strive. But strive with what? Strive on with heedfulness. I mean, you must have heedfulness, only you can go this way. Understand? Okay? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Wow, gum ho, 11:28. Huh? 2 more minutes. Anybody wants to say anything or ask any question? Wow, first time retreat, I finish everything. Yeah, quick one.
Quick one. First of all, I want to thank Brother Teo because you allow me to read the Heart Sutra. That one helped me. Yeah, it helped a lot, and it also helped me to understand. You also your job as the teacher, because it's not easy to read then explain, read again and explain. Because I don't explain, I read only. Also, not to say very difficult lah, but not easy. So thank you very much. Because as I read also, I read into things that I hear before, but it doesn't it doesn't strike or it doesn't highlight the face when I
Yeah, you haven't gone deep into it. You know, Tammy? He said, but Teo, like the book was new to me. Because everything becomes so clear, so different from last time. She also attended many years. That's why this teaching is like as you progress, as you develop understanding, you read the same book, the same sharing, you get deeper understanding. A lot of Kalyanamittas told me that every time they read, different understanding. Song also. How many times? Sometimes he read more than 10 times the same Appendix 3 also. So this is how you learn. The Buddha said, constantly listening to the true Dhamma. So now, apart from listening, you can read. Because we have this writing and all those things. So that's why they read, they contemplate, they listen. Then they develop the ability to assimilate what they read. Then when they are not clear, they ask. Then I explain further. Then it becomes clear. That's why every time you attend session like that, you develop new understanding. Even my daughter, this round very differently compared to last time. Otherwise you can't. Then you must, like Po Cheng say, have faith. Have faith. That faith very important. Then you will start to write notes. You will start to develop the joy. That's why he asked that question very good. That one also I never think of. He asked the sister, when you listen to Brother Teo, do you have joy? Do you have the saddha? That one also bo is it? See liao. Understand? Because like Jin Hao said, too high level for me. See liao. But I don't blame him because he got a lot of things to do, spend time on all this, which is the different way of developing parami. Because I tell you, the way they do this thing is going to help a lot of cultivators. And they will also, like Yuan Chan sooner or later, a lot of spiritual wealth. You didn't hear. I say, what Jin Hao do? He that day at the canteen down there at the kitchen, he said, wow, this round, like too high level for him. He cannot understand. Because I went deeper. Understand? Then I say, it's okay because he too busy doing the computer, had to edit so much thing, non-stop. I saw him late at night only go off sleep, then early morning come, then do all this, you think easier. But this is a different way of developing the thing. He's good at this. His condition is he do this first, then later on with the parami, he make aspiration, he will find the way. So that's why service to the community and to the Dhamma is something that a lot of people cannot understand. No, that one is editing. Which one to take out, which one to take out. That listening also help him one. But when you are so busy, Dhamma cannot go in on person. Because you are cluttered with duty, a lot of things to do. So this is beautiful duty, right duty. But you have to understand, if you do this, you sacrifice the understanding. Because he's too tired. That's why the first few days, remember, he lie down, not long, snore, and non-stop. Then later on, improve. Snore, stop. Then snore, stop. So all this is what you can understand and develop. Okay? Yeah. But yeah, anything else?
I just want to add that I also feel joyful because I'm helping my teacher.
Yeah, sadhu. That's why helping to read also got parami. Tell me, last time my daughter Ingbi, you all already fata, you don't know. Okay? Anything else?
Yeah, I also try to read to me that I think that will make people understand.
Yes.
So I hope it
Luckily you slow down later. At first that bullet train, a lot of people cannot follow. Later on it was very good. Very good.
Brother Teo, can we have Mrs. Teo to share?
Oh, later. We are now got to go down for lunch. Yeah.
Okay.
You take note of
Thank you.
Okay, sadhu. Okay. Later, got to go down for lunch. Yeah. Okay. Sadhu. So pay respect, triple jack. Be brave.